everyone, welcome back to another episode of CoinLogic TV, where we are looking logically at crypto assets. I am your host, The Logical Dude. Thank you for spending a little bit of your time today with me. Today, we are jumping right into the introduction to XDAO version 2. So, XDAO.app is a platform that I've been playing around with. I've gotten to know the team, really great people, and we've kind of partnered up. So, I'm going to be promoting them. I am using them to create my own DAO structures. So what a DAO is, if you don't know what that is, it's a decentralized autonomous organization. Basically, where you set up, people can set up votes. You can have team members that are voting, basically like a voting board. And then now with version 2, you're going to be able to separate the voting board teammates from the investors. So you're going to be able to have a governance token and then just an investment token for your DAO. So that's going to be really cool. I like the idea of that upgrade. We'll get into more of that. But right now, like in version 1, you can only have just the governance token, and it doesn't reflect the total value locked of what you have in your DAO. The investment token is supposed to change all that. So I'm really excited to see what kind of updates they're bringing. Apparently, all the smart contracts have been rewritten. The UI is being completely redone. So really excited to be a part of this and to help introduce this kind of stuff to you guys, because this is the future. These decentralized companies, these are going to be the way to go. This is how people are going to be able to invest together, because I'm going to build the CoinLogic Investment Club around all of this. So I'm going to start testing stuff as this comes out, because I'll be making videos and stuff showing you the different functionalities of the DAO structure, how to create a DAO through here and that kind of thing. And but I'll probably just do a video as I create the CoinLogic DAOs. I've got an idea of how I want to do multiple DAOs for the CoinLogic Investment Club, so that you can, kind of get your hands in some different things. Have one basically just strictly for yield farming. Have one that's just basically just a basket of tokens that just kind of can sit there and go up and down. And then have one that's kind of more of a trading DAO, to where we can all kind of trade together. And so I got some ideas, and we're going to see how it's going to run, because I don't even know what the version 2 stuff looks like yet. So can't wait to see what's going on with that. So let's get right into the introduction of it. So it's been more than 6 months since the first version of XDAO was created and launched. So thanks to our developers, community, and projects that are already running using XDAO, we made a lot of improvements, new features, and now we're ready to announce that XDAO version 2 will be released in the middle of December. Woo! Really excited. We redesigned everything from contracts to UI. We took a closer look at the concept of decentralized autonomous organizations and finally came up with the ideal DAO template. DAOs created on our platform are easy to manage, require no coding skills, and yet remain flexible and unique to the user. V2 contracts were audited by 2 different companies, Hacken and Pessimistic. Both companies confirmed that the contracts are completely secure. Pessimistic also confirmed that economic model is strong and no vulnerabilities were found. Here's where you can see the reports from both of those. Now it's time to proceed to kind of an overview of XDAO version 2. So here we will try to reflect as briefly as possible the key modifications and features of the new version. So I am definitely going to be putting the link in the description below of the video, so you can come and check this out, do a deeper dive on it, because I'm just going to be kind of like touching on some of the main points here, kind of thing. This is a lot of information. So some of the new features is going to be launching on Ethereum. So let's talk about that for a second. Currently, it is running on Binance Smart Chain and Polygon for version 1. Version 2 is supposed to be able to use all the EVM chains, as well as now, of course, Ethereum. What they told me was that Ethereum is really supposed to be meant for kind of the institutional guys, just for the simple fact that gas fees are really expensive and that kind of thing to do a lot of these transactions and interact with smart contracts. So bigger money is going to be at play there. So I'm building mine right now on Binance Smart Chain. That's the one I've been testing with. I've had no problems with that, just other than some quirky UI issues, which of course, from my understanding, they're fixing a lot of it. So yeah, again, really excited about this platform because this is kind of the direction that I'm wanting to go with the future of building, investment companies and that kind of thing. It gives I've got some really cool ideas about how to be able to integrate stuff into the website that'll make it easy for anybody to come and invest with us. So, yeah, I can't wait. So we're excited to get going with this in December and get going with the building of everything. So it'll be fun. Hopefully we can all invest together, all get rich together. It'll be great. And we'll take over the financial world together through decentralized autonomous organizations. So off-chain voting is the next feature that they're bringing. So currently on version 1, all of the voting is on-chain. So signing and the activation of the contract is all on-chain. So that's a lot of gas fees. Yeah, definitely. I've spent a lot of gas fees doing some of this voting, setting up, testing it. And because every time you try to approve something, every time you got to go to stake something, every time you got to go to transact something, you've got to do a signature and an activation. So what I've been told is that all of the signature voting and everything is done off-chain. No gas fees are needed. The only gas fee that you pay is when activation happens. So when you activate the actual contract, then that is when the gas fees are paid, and that's paid by whoever is submitted the voting. So that's kind of leading us into the third part, is the division of the DAO tokens into two types. So version 1 has one token. It has a governance token. And you can set it up to where if you set up a company currently, you can set up to where only team members can purchase, or anybody can purchase tokens, but you can invite teammates kind of thing. And teammates are the only people that can vote. If you set up a fund, then it's open. Anybody that has a token has a vote kind of thing. Well, in the version 2, we're going to have two types. We're going to have a governance token for voting and then a liquidity provider token for investments. So where that's coming into play is when you purchase, because you can set the price of your governance tokens in version 1. But it does not reflect the value that you have locked up in the DAO. So if you've got value locked up in the DAO, the price of the token doesn't reflect that. Well, that is changing in version 2. So you have the governance token that can be like a flat rate, I guess. I haven't seen all this yet. So again, it's a lot of it's all in here. I'm just kind of giving you an overview of what's going on with it. So with the division of the DAO tokens, you've got the governance, and then you've got the investment tokens. From my understanding, the investment tokens is going to be able to follow and track the total value locked. And so you're going to be able to be an active member of the DAO, or you can just be an investor, either way. So that's cool. So I'm excited to see how they're going to set all that up. And then we have DAO customization with modules. So that's really cool. They've got some really cool stuff with modules that you can set up. So going to have like a Telegram chat bot to let people know that, hey, we've got a vote going on, that kind of thing. There's going to be different modules. We'll take a look at that in just a minute. And then the Web3 extension. So if you look up there in the very top on the other side of the screen over there, you're going to see a little XDAO, like a little XDAO symbol where the extensions are supposed to be, like where your MetaMask is supposed to be. So that is the current Xplug extension. Well, apparently they're completely redoing that and going to integrate it with Wallet Connect, so that's going to be nice. I'm going to be excited to see what's going on with that, because what that does is that gives you the ability to be able to work with any DeFi platform. Like, I've been playing around with Cub DeFi. So I just went to Cub DeFi and put in some stake into the Cub BUSD pool through my DAO using that plugin. So that was really cool. So now I got Cub farming there. And I'm going to be taking everything out of my test DAOs when version 2 comes out, because I'm just playing around with it right now, playing around with the functionality. I have a completely different direction than when I started on this. So, yeah, that's all going to be incorporated into the CoinLogic Investment Club. But yeah, so the Web3 extension is, they're going to be integrating it with Wallet Connect. We'll get into that in just a minute. And then they have the XDAO token, and its role in the project. So the XDAO token is apparently like their DAO token, and that is what they're going to be paying me with for doing videos and that kind of thing, showing off the project. So yeah, that was part of our discussion with that. I haven't gotten paid anything yet, but that's all right, because we're all just trying to grow and trying to spread the word about, all these platforms. So I'm just really excited to be a part of it, really excited to be working with them, because they're really cool people. All right, so talking a little bit more about the off-chain voting. This is really kind of what I've got, what I've talked about. It gets a little more technical through here, talks about the XDAO token. So the XDAO token division is one of the most important updates we have made. In version 1, a DAO was only provided one token type, which was responsible for making governance decisions, but could not reflect the value of an asset. So a price of the token did not depend on the project's TVL, total value locked up. So in version 2, we separated the token's functionality into two. So voting rights and investment in a DAO, and named them GT and LP tokens accordingly. So this goes into the governance tokens and kind of how it works. They're required to be held by all DAO and represent a voting power of DAO governance members. So governance tokens will not have a price, and it will not be possible to simply transfer them to somebody else. They act exclusively as voting rights and are minted at the same time of the DAO's creation. So basically, you name the DAO, you add partners, you set up all the rules, and the DAO is created, and that's when the minting of the governance tokens happens. Interesting. So you have to set up the governance first. Okay. We've also often heard from DeFi, NFT, and GameFi projects. Will it be possible to integrate native token NFTs as a governance token? Yeah. So that's really cool. Okay, so you can do NFTs as a governance token. So there will be such an opportunity, apparently. Any token format can be tied to the governing functionality for the governance token, given the right to vote in a DAO with such simple strategy: one token, one vote. In order to ensure maximum honesty of voting and prevent possible manipulations with tokens, i.e. to quick change your own voting power, the user will need to exchange project's native token for governance token with the possibility to exchange them back at any time. That's weird. Okay. We'll have to see how that works. The user sends his or her tokens and in return receives governance tokens at a rate of 1-to-1. Then the user will be able to take part in voting and, if necessary, makes a reverse swap. Okay, interesting. The modular system will allow you to configure both swap rate and the period of token lockup, depending on the tokenomics and the economic management strategy of the company. Any custom token or NFT can be tied to the governing functionality, governance tokens, where one token is equal to one vote. That's definitely one I'm going to have to see in action, see how that's going to work. But yeah, that'd be cool. Anyway, So things get a little more interesting with the introduction of liquidity provider tokens. So the token did not exist in V1. We carefully approached the development of this token in its role in the project and came to a conclusion that the token plays a key role in XDAO. It allows DAOs to earn on a blockchain attractive investments with an option of dividend distribution. Ooh. Conduct a public or private sale similar to IDO or Launchpad. That's really nifty. LP tokens will not be issued at the moment of DAO creation. Instead, they will be minted when a DAO needs them and only if it's approved through a vote. Okay. Kind of like stock, I guess, like a board votes to release stock kind of thing. Is the LP token that reflects the DAO's asset under management, DAO.app, that is, the LP price will be dynamic and will change over time. So the LP price will go with the total value locked up in the DAO. Okay, so let's see how this works. So the DAO is created. Create LP tokens. So initialize a public offer, create a private offer, change mintable or burnable items, and freeze minting and burning. All right. Governance tokens. Mint, burn governance tokens, move governance tokens, disable minting them. Okay. Again, putting the link in the description below so you can go check all this out. So it's not necessary to have governance tokens of the company or project on your balance in order to buy its liquidity provider tokens. In other words, you do not need to have voting rights in the DAO to be an investor and participate in profit sharing. We have created a special section called Invest, where anyone looking to invest can see which companies are offering their LPs for sale. Thus, XDAO becomes not only a DAO constructor, but also a full-fledged platform to meet people with projects, which is pretty cool. So you can actually come through here and basically see what you want to invest in. You can go and check out the DAO, see what they have locked up in there and that kind of thing, and go from there. That's pretty cool. All right, so now they're going into the talking about modules. I'm not going to read all this, but basically what the modules is a way that you can be able to add functionality to your DAOs. So you can see in this page here, so you can get like a vesting module, gas compensation, so you can repay people for gas usage if they use gas in the company or whatever. Kind of cool. You can do transaction combinations. That's a really great functionality, I would think, because of, like I said, the approval and like staking and all that, like stuff that you have to approve, like 2 or 3 transactions to do. That would be a really great function to have. The Telegram bot, that would be really cool if you have people that, like if you have a post up and you want people to go and vote on it. You need to have an active board, I would suppose, to make all this work right. So it needs to act like a company, and the people that are involved in the governance portion of it need to be active and need to vote for all this to work properly. That's why I've been playing around with stuff, and I've been like really the only voting team member just so that I know, that I can, get everything done. So I'm going to play around with it and see what happens from here. But you got time lock, you've got governance token delegations. So that's cool. We know about delegations over on Hive. And then transaction automation. So that would be some really great functionality. Finally, we're getting into talking about the Web3 extension. That is the last important tool that will significantly speed up the DAO, basically your DAO usage. So this extension will help to travel the Web3 world on behalf of the DAO and create any votes, whether it be in participation in IDO, purchase of NFT, swap tokens on any DEX, whatever. This plugin is going to be basically your wallet for the DAO. So the way that it currently works, and from my understanding, the way it's going to continue to work, is you're going to need a different browser than what you normally use MetaMask on. So for me, I use Brave from all my MetaMask usage for personal use. So I installed Chrome to use for the DAO use, and I have the Xplug plugin. You can see it up there in the top right, and that is the current plugin. So apparently they're upgrading that, refactoring it, and will release it officially via Wallet Connect on a desktop or mobile. So that is really cool. Really excited to see what's going to happen with that. And then finally, the XDAO token is a standard ERC20 token that will be used to pay for DAO modules and monthly subscriptions for the service. All DAOs on version 1 with significant activities and capital turnover will be rewarded with XDAO tokens right after the official launch. They will soon reveal more about the tokenomics. So that's cool. So I'm going to keep trying to, earn through, through promotion, that kind of thing. So we'll see how all that runs. I'm excited. It seems to be a really great upgrade to what they have currently. I like what they have currently going. It's a really cool idea. And I have a lot of ideas around building decentralized companies and that kind of thing. So we're going to really start with the CoinLogic Investment Club when version 2 launches. Like I said, I've just been testing around with it, playing around with it, and they do listen. The developers absolutely listen. That's actually what kind of got us talking about a partnership, was that I was giving feedback about, the app and, issues that I was having and that kind of thing. And we were working together on solving some issues and helped them find some bugs, and so it just turned out to be a nice little synergy that we started there, and yeah, I'm glad to be working with them. So anyway, that's it. You guys have a great rest of your day. Make sure to go and check out the rest of this article to find out all the information on the XDAO version 2 upgrade. Go follow XDAO.app on Twitter. Go and join the Telegram. All that good stuff. I will put links in the descriptions below for what I can. And yeah. So you guys have a great rest of your day. Be cool, be real, always abide.